Alright people, this is your boy Lou, Wrestling 2 1-on-1. What's going on? Match again. This is going to be a good and a bad. My thoughts on the build up to WWE's pay-per-view Vengeance and my predictions for Vengeance, what I think is actually going to happen on the card. Now, first of all, with the build up for Vengeance. Okay, the build into this card and for the pay-per-view and whatnot, I guess I can't really say much bad about it. It was definitely good booking senses for the majority. On the SmackDown side, not so much on the Raw side. I think the Raw side has kind of sucked. I really don't like Raw right now, but on the SmackDown side of things, things are looking lovely. It's very, very beautiful on SmackDown. Yes, it is. Alright, so considering that 75% of this pay-per-view I am looking forward to seeing, the rest of it I can care less about, and everything that I'm looking forward to see is basically on the SmackDown side of things. They've done a good job building all these feuds up, and these feuds have been building for more than 3 weeks. A lot of these feuds have been building for months or 2 months. You know, it's been in the making. This pay-per-view has been in the making for a while, as far as I see it. I think WWE knew Hell in a Cell was just going to be a filler, just to go into Vengeance. I don't know why they even bothered having Hell in a Cell. It was nothing but a waste. Del Rio should never lost the belt to begin with, and Hell in a Cell, you know, he should never got it back. He should never lost it. Hell in a Cell should never happen. We should just be going to Vengeance. I hope WWE realizes how stupid it was to have Hell in a Cell. I'm just saying. But the Vengeance card, like I said, the build up to it, overall, I can't complain too much, with the exception of the Raw clusterfuck of shit storyline that we have with the Almighty God, Triple H, and Jesus being CM Punk. Okay, I care less. Alright, the first match in this card is Dolph Ziggler versus Zack Ryder. I'm going to put up some bold predictions here. These are not going to be my normal predictions. I'm not going to go by what I think the WWE is really going to do. I'm going to go by what I want them to do and what I think should happen. Because if it does happen, I will be very, very happy. Okay. Dolph Ziggler versus Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder must lose here. If he wins, I riot. That man is not over enough. He's over enough with people that watch YouTube videos. He's not over with wrestling fans. Screw Zack Ryder. Dolph Ziggler must retain here. Going into the next match, he's wrestling 2 matches tonight. Dolph Ziggler versus Swagger versus Air Boom. Assuming that Swagger is going to work the majority of this match, more than likely there's going to be some Vicky Guerrero outside interference, and there's probably going to be some cheating done by Dolph from the apron, you know, whatnot. So I could see maybe Kofi's heel tendencies trying to come out here, possibly, you know, because I do see it in him. He's done it before in the past. He did it a couple of weeks ago. Ultimately, though, even I don't see Mason Ryan interfering in this match. Mason Ryan's, I hope, has got his own thing going on right now. It's stupid to keep having him run in, and I don't see that happening at the pay-per-view. I truly see, through some heelish tactics, Ziggler and Swagger winning the belts. And I want that to happen. And no diss to Air Boom. I'm glad they're a tag team. They got the tag team music. They got all this going on. But Dolph Ziggler needs this. He needs this. It's not even for Swagger. Swagger needs it too. But Ziggler needs this. If he can hold both belts and do that little run that The Miz did, they can have, ultimately, he can go into Money in the Bank next year and he could win. He could win Money in the Bank, alright? And then he could become the World Heavyweight Champion or WWE Champion, whatever, later on that year. It would be a great idea. And ultimately, that's what I would like to happen to him. I want him to go over and ultimately sometime next year win the belt. He deserves it. I think the man is decent on the mic. Like I know that if the WWE let him go out there and kind of say what he wanted to say, he'd be great. He's got the look. He's got the personality. Okay, his mic work needs work because WWE doesn't give him enough work. They don't let him be himself. I've heard him in interviews. You know, he could talk. You know, he needs more time to shine. And I think having more focus in him by him holding multiple titles like did with The Miz will put more light on him. And then, he can ultimately go over and win the belt. Like I said, I hope it happens. I pray that it happens. We'll have to see how it works out. Alright, Beth Phoenix versus Eve Torres. I don't really care about this match. The Divas division sucks. It's horrible. WWE doesn't want them to go out there and do anything, even the wrestlers now. So I don't expect much out of this match. I expect a couple of punches and kicks from Beth Phoenix. I expect Eve to do a handspring elbow, a neck breaker, and attempt a moonsault and miss, and then Beth Phoenix will hit the Grand Slam 1, 2, 3. That's what I see happening. Beth Phoenix will win. If Eve Torres wins, I can care less at this point. I've lost all faith in this whole Divas of Doom, Divas of whatever the hell they're calling themselves now. Okay, I've lost all faith in anything WWE had in terms of trying to build their women's division. I'm over it. Whatever. Alright, Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. Once again, I'm going on a whim here. I want Cody Rhodes to win this match. If Cody Rhodes wins this match, ultimately he can face Sheamus. Maybe ultimately it could be for the belt at some point later on down the line. He could be the next champion after Sheamus wins the belt from Mark Henry. If Randy Orton goes over here, it does nothing for Randy Orton. But if Cody Rhodes goes over Randy Orton, it's not going to hurt Randy Orton. Look how many times he's won, how many belts he's won. Cody Rhodes needs it more. And I hope that WWE is not just giving Randy Orton this match so he can bury someone after him getting buried by Mark Henry. I hope ultimately Cody Rhodes looks very good and beats Randy Orton clean. Clean, please. I said ultimately sometime next year or the year after he can be the world heavyweight champion. I could see it sometime after WrestleMania. I could see it. I could see it. Like possibly towards SummerSlam or Vengeance or even at Survivor Series or something that year. You can have Cody Rhodes go over and become the world heavyweight champion. It could be done. But for him to do this, the next person needs to win their match, being Sheamus versus Christian. If Sheamus wins here, all great things are going to happen because once again, Sheamus ultimately is going to face Mark Henry for the belt, more than likely at WrestleMania. I'm hoping WrestleMania. I could pray for WrestleMania. That would be awesome. Okay? Ultimately, you'll have Sheamus beat Christian and continue on his way to become a world heavyweight champion. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen, I hope, at WrestleMania. I hope WWE doesn't plan to do it really early. I want Mark Henry to have a lengthy run because he earned it. I don't want him to have a 3-month run. I want to have him 6 months, 7 months. I want him to have an 8-month run, even a year. Even if he took it all the way to WrestleMania, I would be happy with that. I know that's not a year, but to me that'd be a great run. It'll give the title some prestige. When people hold it for a long time and it's not being tossed around like a hot pancake, it actually means something. Okay, and it's a different person holding it. Okay, and he's winning clean. He's beating guys without cheating and is a heel. How often do we get this? Ultimately, he will be a great transitional champion. He'll have a great long run to transition into Sheamus's run. And ultimately, Sheamus will transition the belt over into Cody Rhodes' run. Mark Henry's going out the door soon. He's not going to be around much longer, so we can't expect him in the main event forever. So we, right there, have built 2 main event stars. Mark Henry built one, and then Sheamus builds the other in Cody Rhodes. It's a lovely story, if it all pans out to be, and I hope that it does. I hope that it does. SmackDown is doing such a good job. WWE is doing a great job on SmackDown. Good job to the writing team. You guys are doing a lot better than you were. I am very, very impressed. I'm very happy with the way things have been going. It's been a lot better than it has been, especially on Raw. I want to talk about Raw. Raw is garbage. But like I said, if those things happen, things will be great. I want to go on now, but I have to go on here. I can't keep talking about that, but can't wait. I hope it happens. John Cena versus Alberto Del Rio Last man standing match for the WWE Championship. If John Cena wins here, I would not be very happy. I think the WWE hopefully realizes that in Mexico, Del Rio gets a huge pop, and that there's probably more Mexican fans than there are actual casual fans. Probably. There's more real wrestling fans than there are casual fans, even though WWE ignores us most of the time. Looks like they're finally starting to give us a bone. And I hope they realize that means that a lot of the smart mark people, you know, the real wrestling fans, whatever you want to call us, okay, like Alberto Del Rio, and still have a little bit of faith in him because we want him to go over. Be over, whatever. In my opinion, he's still not over because he hasn't gotten that win over a big guy yet. He hasn't. CM Punk doesn't count because CM Punk isn't over yet because he didn't beat Triple H. He beat Cena, but Triple H buried him. So Del Rio needs to win this. More people want Del Rio to win than they want Cena to win. I'm just saying. If Del Rio wins this match, and he doesn't have to win clean, he'll still win. And then John Cena's rematch clause is out the window. John Cena moves on to go put over somebody else. Let's hope and pray that Del Rio wins this match and WWE does the right thing and lets him retain the belt. The last match. Triple H and CM Punk versus the Awesome Truth. I don't care. I can care less who wins. My guess, Triple H is going to turn on CM Punk. Miz and R-Truth are going to win. Then we're going to have McMahon, Laurinaitis, and Kevin Nash come down along with Miz, R-Truth, and Triple H. We're going to have the NWO 4.0, brother. And that's my prediction. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. You know, I wouldn't mind if, you know, Triple H turned on CM Punk in the match and it reignited their feud. You know, and if ultimately CM Punk went over and whatnot, but that's not going to happen. We're going to get the NWO 4.0, brother. CM Punk will lose. You know, he'll get pinned. It'll look bad. He'll look even worse than he does, and further burying him. That's why I care less. From the epic promo and everything he said after till now, it's like, what the fuck happened? They killed it. They dropped the ball with him, and now he's just Triple H's lackey, and Triple H is probably going to turn on him. Like this is what he was standing up for to get rid of. It's just garbage. Such bullshit. That's what I think is going to happen, people. Those are my thoughts. Ultimately, I would hope that, you know, Triple H and CM Punk don't win this, you know, because this makes Triple H look like God. Unless CM Punk gets the pin and does the work, Triple H is still going to look glorified. And you know it's not going to be about CM Punk if they win. It's going to be about Triple H, and that would be too goody-goody in my opinion. I think that would be the wrong way to go. I said Miz and R-Truth and NWO 4.0 forming would be the right thing to do. I know I touched up on it again real quick, but it just sounds right to me at this point with everything they've been fucking doing. What do you people think is going to happen at the pay-per-view? Alright? Are you going to like it? Are you ordering pay-per-view? Do you think the card sucks? Do you think the matches are going to suck? Let me know what you think. This is your boy Lou Wrestling 211. I'll be back at you probably on Monday with the review. Might be up Tuesday. Depends on when I have time to do it. Got a hectic schedule right now. Talk to you later. Peace.